Good morning, everyone. Keith Johnson, CPA here with your Business Beat for Monday, June 14th, 2021. Happy Flag Day for us. And I always keep a flag next to my desk. So happy Flag Day for everyone. Um, Very handy when I have various Zoom chamber meetings and just whip it out for the all-important Pledge of Allegiance. So some stuff coming up today. Well, not today, but this week. The Fed will be in their, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they meet about 8 times a year. They might meet about every 6 weeks or so. Usually it's a 2-day meeting, and they discuss economic conditions from the various 12 Fed regions throughout the country. And then they try to figure out what to do about it. So, of course, as you know, last week we had the very high inflation numbers as far as that goes, and that's coupled with some disappointing jobs numbers. Yes, the economy's moving forward, but the demand, which was pent up because of the virus, is still outstripping the supply chain infrastructure. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They're usually at the end of these meetings, they either raise interest rates, cut interest rates, which they can't do because it's zero, or they leave it alone. But what they also do is they kind of put some wording in, like a paragraph or two explaining their position. And a lot of times they will put in that they may not do something now, but so they may be doing something at the next meeting or in the next couple of months. And the markets really do digest that. We can see some pretty wild swings in the market based on not what the Fed actually does, but what their explanation actually is. So that is one thing to be concerned about this week. Another thing that's going on is I saw where the price of West Texas intermediate crude oil prices has gone up to about $70 a barrel, which is the highest it's been since 2018. It's not a it's not like it was back in I think 2011 when it was $140 a barrel, and I don't see it going that high. I think there'll be some counterbalancing from shale producers, but there's issues with supply in the Middle East and also with with currencies and things like that. So that's going to be something interesting to watch for. As I said yesterday, there are some tropical systems out in the Gulf. This time of year in June, you usually don't get the big Cat 4s and 5s that would really disrupt oil drilling activities. I do see it maybe somewhat slowing it down for a day or two, but I really don't see any major disruptions to it. Also today we have 12, or I'm sorry, came out today where the average age or the average time people hold on to their cars is about 12.1 years. Several reasons for that. One, of course, the virus continues to put uncertainties as far as jobs go, but also the main reason is because people are holding on to the cars because their car prices are going up. Now, why is the car prices going up? Car prices, even for used cars, are going up because there's a big semiconductor shortage, chip shortage, which we've discussed about before. And basically what that is there's a lot of computerized parts now in the car that makes all those bells and whistles and doodads and gadgets going. And so computer chips run them, and they are short of them now. So it's going to, I mean, as I mentioned last week, yes, American auto manufacturers and other industries are starting to realize that they need to secure the supply chain of semiconductor chips. And I think we are going to see quite a bit more of them made here. I mentioned last week, over the last 20 years or so, the share of U.S. Semiconductor chips has dropped from about 50 to 60% 20 years ago down to about 12%. So today, so I think with the virus, they are all I think the need is there, and I think American business is recognizing we need to bring, we need to be producing more chips. So they are going to be doing that, but it takes a little time for it to ramp up. So really, I think the projections is that the age will start coming down probably later this summer. And then also the average price, especially of used autos, will be starting to decrease going later this summer. And of course, new autos will do so too. So there is some relief that's projected on the horizon. Probably not for the next probably 3 or 4 months though. So now if you, unlike me, which bought a new car a couple months ago, if you don't have to buy a new car or a new used car, then you might want to hold on to it just a little bit longer. So again, with the taxes, we're going to check on that. We'll be looking at news whether this IRS leak news story has legs. I mentioned yesterday that the IRS had apparently there was a data breach, and a lot of data, not a lot, but a good amount of data. Of course, in a data breach, any data is leaked is bad, but data related to billionaires, social security numbers, and all that was leaked out, and which, from a practical standpoint, is pretty tough, but not impossible. But I think the fallout's going to be more political. I think we're going to see a lot of debate in Congress on whether the IRS should be given more money, because it's been woefully underfunded and understaffed for decades now. So that's another story to stay tuned with. So other than that, I think should be, markets opened, the futures are flat. So not expecting, barring something dramatic, a major day in the market. So anyway, we'll keep you posted. If you have any questions, get in touch with us. And as always, be safe and have a great day. Bye-bye.